Well, hello, and welcome back to Mr. Guild Plays a little bit of the fascinating tiny Glade. I think I saw somebody on the YouTube say it was the coziest game they played, and I definitely like the word cozy. I think that works well. Lots of little things there. Now, couple of things we've done. We've done two small kind of like cities, one on stilts and one the kind of big one with canals. And I think it got me thinking about maps and how maps kind of work. Not so much how they work, but how maps look, and then about kind of like creating some form of, I guess, D&D campaign. Now, I don't play D&D. I think I did back when I was like 9 or 10, but that's many decades ago now. But it just made me start thinking about that kind of map idea. So then I thought, why don't we create a mini map with some points of interest on it, of which we then create. So we can make a map and then have some kind of cities on it, and those cities will then make in more detail on other kind of glades, so to speak. I want to flatten this down. How do you flatten stuff? No. Not done much work with the hill stuff. Okay, like that. All flat. Okay, excellent. We want to get rid of that path as well. So now we have our canvas, so to speak. And imagine, if you will, we want to create on here a mini map. All right, so we want to have, and we'll use trees for now. So this will be like, we'll make a tree there. That'll be like one town, and then there'll be another one over there with the kind of road going over, and there's one over here, and maybe a big one over here, and one here, and one there, and then maybe there's some there, and then maybe in between there's mountains and all that kind of stuff, and then there's some water going around like this and like that and like this, and a big lake, and blah 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 blah. And what we end up with at the end is a tiny scale, a micro scale mini map, so to speak. And then what we can do is we can go through, and so this might be the city of Sonora. Sonora was the stilt city I made, and you can see that video. This over here might be the canal city, which will have to come up with a name. I think it was Venneshagen, something like that, because it was a mixture between the two, but we'll come up with a name for that. And this could be another city, and then we'll create these little cities. And eventually what we'll have is a mini map, and then other glades which represent the cities on this mini map, or the areas on this mini map. So that's the plan. I like it as a plan. It makes me feel kind of good. It makes me feel happy, and it makes me excited for what we can do. So let's get started. Oh no, I've got to have to do this again. I don't know. How do I do this again? No, make flat. There. Alright, so now, and let's get rid of those trees. So first off, let's draw some big topographical, I've never said that word out loud, topographical features. I think we want a mountain range cutting half, or maybe a third of the map. So let's draw that like so. And I think it can end there. And how do we go up? Oh, love it, love it, love it. Can we go higher in some points? No. But that's okay. Then maybe this is like a pass. So we could have the path would go through there. And then we'll have to give it some detail to this. So let's get a little bit of that, and maybe on this side a little bit like here. Okay, that's a nice mountainy rangey type thing. I like how that looks so far. Then we should add some water, and I think we probably want something like coming down here maybe. Yeah, okay, I like this. We don't want this to dissect the map too much in a like diagonal, but I think we want it splitting maybe around here. And we want some of it to go. We want to make it a little bit smaller. Where is it there? So some of it to kind of go off to the edge there, and I think some of it, do we want some more? Maybe not, maybe just another one here, a smaller one, like so, and maybe a little bit on this side. Okay, cool. So there we have those kind of features. Then I think what we want to do is create probably some kind of wooded areas. I think, like, you know, to get to the pass, you have to pass through the forest. So maybe here. Come up all the way here. Maybe this goes all the way up to the edge there. Comes around, so maybe you can either skirt the forest to go through the pass, or you go through the forest. So we create different opportunities for our adventurers. And as I said, I don't play the D&D, but I'm kind of trying to think of it like that way. We want to create an adventure map, so to speak. So yeah, people can either go around the forest, which is a longer walk, or they can go through the forest, and all the dangers held we're in, like so. And then I definitely need some more forest. I think down this area we'll kind of make this corner of the map foresty, like so. Yeah, I like that, I like that. Okay. And then there'll obviously be little patches of woodland in different places. Now when you click them, wait a sec. How do you make the dead ones? Because there was a dead one there. There was like a, oh, is it when you just place one? No. And you can't change it like you could with a window or something. It's alright, that's alright, that's fine. Okay, so then we have that kind of area. I think also we should have our paths in here. Like so. We want to make very small paths because remember this is a mini map. A little bit hard to see here. Like that. Go through there like that. We want to come around the mountain down here, and this is the long way around the forest. And that like that, and then I guess we want to have another one that kind of cuts here. Okay, how detailed can we get in there? Well, we can, like so. Yeah, and this one comes up. Come on, there, like that. Okay. I like it, I like it, I like it. Now, we probably want to have some main paths. Now, let's just think about, so here we have the kind of, the big lakey thing. And so I think this would be our, the city of Sonora, which is the stilt city which we built. Now, how do we get across? We could have a ford, or we could have, the problem is now, the problem we get now is that buildings get too big, yeah? But what we can try and do is try and represent, and this is where it's going to get tricky, but maybe like, so this is, all right, I might have got a bit carried away, but we've made a little bit of progress here. So hopefully you can see what I was talking about in that first little clip about the kind of idea of this mini map, so to speak, this adventure map. So we have the town of Sonora, which is the stilt city which we built previously. Over here is the town of Venice, which we have also built, and there's a video on the channel. Obviously I can't really represent Venice because it's pretty big and lots of stuff, but that's fine. And then we have like a little ruined castle. Maybe if we get out of this thing, a little ruined castle kind of thing there. Here's a little village, a little kind of wizard's tower, woodcutter's cottage, some farms scattered around. little kind of hut in this thing, in this woods there. We have our woods over here next to the pass through the mountains, and there's a little kind of cottage in there, which maybe be some sort of witch's hut. Another kind of villagey style here, and then over here the kind of main castle-y keep area where we'll build a little city. Now all of this obviously represents larger glades that we can build. So we built that glade there, and we built this glade here, and now by creating this mini map we give ourselves the opportunity to build a few more kind of glades, so to speak, that are all linked into this mini map. So this would be a nice build, a castle, a ruined castle build, a wizard's tower build, a little homely village build, maybe a farmstead build, things like that. You know, a more kind of prosperous town maybe over on this side, less of a farming community, and then this would be obviously a nice big kind of castle-y type city. So this is exactly kind of what I was thinking in my head when I woke up this morning, and then thought I'll make a little video about making a mini map in TinyGlade. And this is how I was thinking. I think there can be a lot more detailed, and this is not finished. Obviously I need to put in all the buildings here, I need to get all the textures right and the colors and stuff like that, but I thought I could either spend another 2 hours finessing all of those little details, or I could just finish this, make this a really quick video, and then get on to doing some builds. So this is what will be our guide for the next few TinyGlade videos. We'll use this and go, okay, so now we've got to make a something like this. This is our suggestion map, so to speak, and it ties in with that idea I was mentioning in another video about that kind of D&D adventure map style, which I think is really quite exciting, and I think this looks fantastic. You know, obviously, you know, you got to use your imagination a bit. We've got distances and things like that, but you know, this is the giant stilt city over here, the ruined castle up above us, all these kind of things. I think it looks fantastic. So that's what I'm going to be doing for the next couple of days, is finishing off this and then probably getting to work on one of these areas in its own particular glade, and then at some point we're going to have a map, and then we're going to have the actual zoomed in builds, the separate glades for all of these areas, which should encompass a nice adventure for somebody to play, I guess, in a D&D thing situation or something like that. Thanks for watching. I'm going to get to work. I'll see you again soon. Bye.